Hello, happy Wednesday. It is the Coding Train with your host, me, Daniel Schiffman. Thank you to Brilliant for their sponsorship of this live stream once again. If you go to brilliant.org/codingtrain and sign up for free there, that will let them know you found Brilliant from this video, and the first subscribers, 200 subscribers, will get 20% off. So I'll talk a little bit more about Brilliant later. I'm going to try to solve one of the puzzles, the daily puzzle for Brilliant today in JavaScript. But what I am here today to do is work on my Rubik's Cube problem because I am totally obsessed. My house now, it's not really a house, apartment, whatever you call it. It's a small box in New York City, actually in Brooklyn, New York, is full of different cubes. I've got the Scube, the Pyramix Duo, the 2x2, the 3x3. I have so many of these. I don't know if this is a good thing, but at least, you know, if I'm gonna be looking at something while I'm walking down the street, it's much better to look at a cube than my phone, which is really just not the way we should all be living. Is my mic working? Yes. Are people watching me? I think so. So here's the thing. Let me just get this chat up over here so I can see it. Welcome, everyone. I have a bit of a problem, which is that I want to continue working on my Rubik's Cube code, and I have this new cube, which is so much nicer, but it's not solved. And I meant to solve it, and I just ran out of time this morning. So I'm going to do the really awful, embarrassing thing of trying to solve it relatively quickly. I think I can do it within 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, I know the discussion in the chat before I went live was all sorts of people talking about how they can solve the cube in 30 seconds or 20 seconds or 45 seconds, and there's CFOP and Bebop and Weebop, all sorts of different strategies. I don't know any of that stuff, but I want to learn. I want to learn. Teach me about the ways of the cube. I'm really obsessed. But I have to stick to my thing that I do in life, which is coding and live streaming. And I do think this is an interesting example that's getting at so much that has to do with arrays and multidimensional arrays and 3D rendering and eventually machine learning. Because I want to look at seeing if I can get a genetic algorithm to evolve the solution given a specific opening state, and then see if there's any way to apply maybe neuroevolution or a neural network as well to optimize towards solving the cube without a sort of preset algorithm. All right, so apparently the world record holder of solving the cube is watching right now, saying that I can solve it in 3.267 seconds. All right, so let me see here. Let me see if I can get this solved. This is the worst thing ever. You can all shout at me in the chat about how I'm doing it wrong, but I won't be able to hear you. I lost track of what I'm doing. I'm solving the cube. Yes, solving the cube. How am I doing that? Like this. Where's that yellow side? Ah! I dropped it. What am I even doing with my life? I can't. Okay, I have to stop talking. Daniel Astiro is saying, don't forget to put the Coding Train logo in the middle of the white piece. Greetings from the Philippines. Thank you for the comments. Okay, I gotta go into my solving the cube zone. No speaking. Put the music on. No contest this week. Just gonna get this solved. I solved the cube. Ah, yes, that's right. Stop. You know how to solve a cube. This is in the wrong place. Look, turn it. It's always confusing when this happens. Oh. Where's the piece that goes there? I have no idea what to do now. Oh, that's the hook. That's the hook, maybe. Well, that's where I was before. Oh, I seem to be repeating things. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's what I want. Ah, what did I just do? Oh, I messed it up. Can I undo that? Shoot. The song's gonna end. No, I had to do this before the song ends. No, don't end the song. Don't end the song. Oh, the song always has more time. This is the step. As soon as I can get to the part where I have the corners, or as soon as I get to the part where I can have the yellow, I can do this instantly, and I can never get the yellow side solved. This is the problem. I knew I shouldn't have done this because I really want to get to coding, but I'm only 10 minutes in. Things are I'm starting to sweat. All right, let's just try this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to get it now. There we go. Okay. Oh wow, already, geez. I'm like way ahead of the game here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Where do I turn this camera off? There we go. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Lock this. There we go. Okay. Here's my cube. This cube has a purple side. Isn't that interesting? Strange purple side. Or maybe it has an orange side. All right. Stretch. Everybody stretch. Let's find the code. I'm going to open up my Rubik's Cube code. I'm going to, all right. So here's the thing. One thing I want to talk about very briefly is this is what I made last week. And if I did it correctly, the green side is now facing me, and as I look to the top, I see yellow. As I look to the bottom, I see white. As I look to the right, I see orange. As I look to the left, I see red. So I programmed this correctly. Now, the thing is, there is no such thing. You know, the way that I learned to solve the cube in the last week, basically, is by thinking of the white as the top. And so a front turn would be this, or a turn on an up clockwise turn would be like this. Counterclockwise would be like this. But of course, and yellow could also be considered the top, but R could be the bottom, and I could do everything relative to the white and the yellow side. But of course, you can do it any which way you want. You could consider the blue the top and solve it that way. It's symmetrical, perfectly symmetrical on all sides. But I think for me to be able to figure out the next step in terms of like actually doing some rotations of the cube, I'm going to stick with this white as the top convention. And what I actually want to see then is when I run this code, I want to see white there on the top. So what have I done in the way that I've programmed it incorrectly? One thing that I could do, because the z-axis, z would be front, back is blue. On the y, up is white. I guess I could just always consider it yellow since that's how I have it. Maybe I should just do the top as yellow since that's what everybody wanted anyway. Yes. No, it doesn't can like do a weird like forehead, erase my forehead with the cube thing. All right. Because what I want, because when I turn it clockwise, I want to see, oh, wait a second, when I turn it clockwise. All right, so that's fine. So this is Z. Here's the thing that I want to do. Let me add something to this just to figure out what I'm doing. Oh, I'm going to completely need to redo this. This is ridiculous. The way that I programmed this, by the way, is just totally not going to work. So I have to refactor this. Maybe I'm going to do that at the start of the next part. Okay. All right, audio. People are telling me audio, is everything fine? Because I'm going to get started with some coding. Oh, because they have unique first letters. Oh, interesting. That's useful to know. So I could actually do this. This would be probably terrible. Would this be bad? If I did it this way? Oh, the audio is out of sync. Yeah, so if this is the first time you've watched the live stream, I have an audio syncing problem, and it's on my end. Some of it's on probably YouTube or your end, but there is definitely an issue on my end because it consistently is out of sync, even in the video that I record to disk. That has to be fixed. And some people say, oh no, it's fine. Some people say it's way out of sync. I don't know how to correct that, so apologies for that. I'm just doing the best that I can. That's what it's going to be today. All right, so let's get going. So what my goal for today is to code a rotation. So I'm going to do that. And all right, so let me just actually get going. Whoa. Oh, I forgot that PiezoCam has this thing where I can zoom in and out. Actually, I think I should, just for the sake of argument, give it like a little, maybe just like a little bit of rotation, just so when whoa, that was a lot of rotation. A little bit more. I want to see the top. Yeah, that's useful to me. I just want to see, like, when I start the program, I want to see a slightly, like, skewed version of the cube. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello, welcome to part 2 of my Rubik's Cube coding challenge. I think if all goes well, what I just want to have in this particular video is a single, maybe clockwise, that's counterclockwise, clockwise turn. So I want to be able to turn this sort of top row of the cube. And once I figure out how to do that, it should be very easy for me, well, not very easy, but it should be somewhat easy for me to extrapolate how to do all the different kinds of possible turns that one might do. So that's all I'm hoping to get from the start of what you're watching right now to the end. I have sort of a vague plan in my head of how to do this. I'm sure that I will kind of do it in a weird way, and you will have a more efficient or more logical or more elegant way of doing it, and I can't wait to hear from you about that in the comments, because I'm really excited about getting this project fully finished, but I've just got to admit to myself that this is going to be many parts. There's a lot of steps to getting the full Rubik's Cube simulation, so I'm just going to do it in parts. So I have a simple goal. I said it already. One turn. I definitely need to do some refactoring of this code before I do that, because there's some things about it that I think are pretty weird. And what are these things? Don't use the green side for showing what you want to do. That's a really good point. All right, so let me not have the green. Yeah, let me switch to, right, because when I'm creating the cube, oh, you know what I should do? All right, I see. Let me think about this. I'm going to refactor this a little bit. I'm going to come back and start over. Let me refactor this here. So we've got this is down should be fixing the y, and up down. So if up is white, then I wonder if PiezoCam, that's interesting. Oh, I see. Now this is going to be wrong. That's right. That's up. Right should be red. And that should be to the right. But it's, oh, the y-axis is flipped. This is the problem. Yes, I know on my real life cube. I know, but I think that I want to see, I want on the real life cube, I want to have maybe, what would be, if yellow was considered the top, what would you consider to be the front? I'm just going to consider it blue. Does blue show? No, blue is kind of transparent too. Orange you can see. Or I could do red, yeah. Let's do orange. Oh, I forget that the world is flipped here. Let me keep it as is. I just want this to be This is so good. I got to get going with the coding part. I have to reorient my brain. Okay. Because I'm looking at it backwards also. Okay. So if yellow is up, let's just do this. Yellow is up. Yes. This is really, this is making me crazy. Yellow is going to appear up. So this is up, right? Oh, no wonder. I'm just losing my, this is really actually the downside, and this is the upside. But I want, so that's fine. So I'm just going to switch that. I'm going to keep white as on the top. And then I have that wrong, of course, because everything is flipped. But it's okay. Yellow is up, white is down. Orange is right. Left is red. That's good. Back, front is green. Back is blue. Okay. The yellow is now the top. I fixed what I wanted to fix. Up, down, left, right, back, front, back. Just want to have it in that order. Okay. Here we go. Let's rotate it a little bit along the Y also. Why? A little bit more. Great. That's what I want to see. Ah! Don't break the cube. Okay. Here we go, everybody. No. Okay. That's fine. Hello, welcome to part 2 of my Rubik's Cube coding challenge. This is going to be a whole bunch of parts. This is a much more complicated problem than I had originally envisioned. So I don't know where this is going or how well, if this is going to be successful, but here I am. And in this part, I want to do one thing. I want to be able to figure out how to take the data of the cube. I have everything in this three-dimensional array, a three-dimensional array of cubey objects, and I want to just do a rotation. So if I were to do the rotation something like this, I want to do this one like clockwise or one counterclockwise. That's clockwise, that's counterclockwise rotation. So I've got to figure out how to move all the cubies around and make sure the colors are on the right side when I move them. If I can do one, then I think I can extrapolate that to do all of them. So I have a kind of vague idea in my head of a way of doing this. I'm sure there's a more elegant approach. And I'll kind of figure this out as I go, but I very much look forward to your comments in the video description because I'll be coming back and doing part 3, and I will see your comments before I do part 3. So thank you in advance for that. Okay, so I definitely need to do some refactoring here. And I think one thing that I want to do, I'm thinking about this, is I want to have these colors are going to have to change. So the way that I programmed it right now is that all of these colors, sound is lagged. Everybody's talking about how fast they can solve the cube. 5D, oh my goodness, all right. All right, how am I doing this? How am I doing this? These are going to change. Okay, up, down, left, right, front, back. Up, down. Yeah, this should be, so hold on, left, no, that's fine. Up, down, right, left, front, back. Up, down, this should be first then. Okay. So here's the way that I'm thinking about doing this. Right now I have everything drawn in the QB object as 6 different quads. And I have them in this specific order: up, down, right, left, front, back. And those are up being yellow, down being white, and then I don't know what the rest of it is. Of course, the orientation doesn't actually matter. I can consider anything up or down or anything left or right, but I'm picking something just for my own sanity right now. So, but those are going to change as I turn, right? In a way, like the cubes, even though the cubes physically move, for me to move the data around, I just need to move the colors around. And then I might do some kind of animation with it, but I think that's going to be the way that I want to do it. So in other words, the cube is actually going to have like a configuration, which is an array of all the colors and what colors are in which positions: up, down, left, right, front, back. And of course, in the real cube, there's not colors on the parts you can't see, but I'm going to, again, willfully ignore that for right now. So then I would be saying colors config 0. And actually, let's make this an object. Let's make a configuration of the cube. I'm going to call it a config. Maybe it's an order or something. And it has this sort of like array of the sides, which is 6 things. And when I make a new config object, actually I don't need to do that. I just say sides equals an array 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's, and I guess I have to say new int to say it's a new integer array. So that's the config. The reason why I'm doing this is because then I can make a config object. And when I make a QB, it gets a new config. And then maybe I will say, write a function like int get int index. And this is really the side, right? And then I'm going to say return sides index the side. So in other words, I can say here now colors config.get up, config.get down, config.get right, And somebody told me that the reason why they're called up, this is probably a terrible idea, but the reason why they're called up, down, right, and all of that is because right, left, front, back, is because those are unique letters. So let's change it to that. L, RL, front. Did I say, was that front? Yes. Front, and then back. Okay. So now, and let me change these to just U, D, R, L, F, B. And again, the fact that it's up, down, left, right, none of that actually really matters. I just need some kind of way to think about the cube, I think. This is a little bit crazy. Okay, so that's the original configuration. Everything gets a config, and then there we go. Still correct. Perfect. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to move the cube pieces around. Oh, this is, actually, do I? I just need to rotate them, right? Because I don't actually, what is it to do this is actually not rotating the cube. It's just turning all the pieces, right? I mean, technically, this piece goes, I mean, technically the way that this works, maybe I'm doing this in a horrible way. Maybe I should move the pieces. I am going to want to move, right? Oops, that's, oh, hold on. So, all right. So what I mean is, if this is the one side of a cube, and if I give them these index values, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, turning the cube, if this is 8, this piece doesn't move. Turning the cube on this face clockwise would result in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could actually move those cube objects. Maybe I should put, I'm not sure that this is necessary, but let's try this. Let's try doing this. Let's try taking all of these cube objects and moving them around. And I'm actually not going to move the cube objects. I'm just going to move the config. Because the config is the thing that I want to move. The thing is, they're all the same. Let's try it. I'm not really sure. Let's try moving the config. So in other words, I'm going to make a tab, another tab, let's call it like just moves. And I'm going to make a move which is turning the, oh boy, the green side is the worst side for me to use because you can't see it. Why does that have to be facing forward? I'm looking at the chat. Moving them won't rotate the layer. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Okay. I wish the green thing, maybe I can turn off the green screen for just, I could do a hotkey to turn off the green screen and then I could see it turn. Or I could redo this right now so that blue is the front so I can demonstrate this. But whatever. I think it's fine. All right, we're just going to have to live with the fact that the green side you're seeing is purple. You can't see me turn it. No, that's no good. Whatever. Yeah, I do. Okay. People are writing in the chat. Okay. All right, let's come back here. All right, I'll come back here. I'm realizing I need one more thing. So one thing that might be useful is to keep track of this order, which is 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. What is this? What is this? 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1. All right, so this is the order of how I'm going to move the cubes. And let's put them all in an array. So let's make something called an index pair. And let's just call it A and B, maybe. I think I'm over-engineering this. And then I need an array of all of those numbers. So it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 1. Am I going to need this order? So this is an array of the order. So the reason why I'm doing this is because let's say what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rotation. I'm going to call it Z because I'm thinking in terms of Z. I'm going to take a clockwise Z rotation. So I'm going to say turn Z, and what I need to do is go through the order, and I want to make an array of configs for all 8 of those, and I want to say, give me configs index I equals the cube I. A equals order I dot A. B equals order I dot B. And then I'm going to explain this in a second. I'm thinking this through while I'm doing it. And configs I is the cube at A comma B. And then the Z is just, the front would be 2. If the back is 0, the middle is 1, the front is 2, dot config. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm just saying, hey, here's the cube. Give me all the configs in this particular order, going through this way, put them in order. The reason why is because then if I want to move them, I can just do this. I can do exactly the same thing, but I can say cubes. Instead, I'm going to set, this is me just copying them over, right? This is me just saying, hey, take all the configs and put them back in where you got them. So if I were to now in setup call turn Z, I should still see the cube exactly as is. Nothing has changed. Now what I could do is I could say I plus 2. See, this is what I've been building to. I plus 2 modulus order dot length. Because what I want is I want each one to get, I guess I'm going the other way than I did here, but I want, like for example, I want this spot to get to, so this is going to, I want 2 would end up here, 3 would end up here. That's I'm doing it counterclockwise, but that's fine. It doesn't matter whether it's counterclockwise or clockwise. I just need to do it in a given direction. So I'm just moving all those spots. The thing is, I don't think I can actually just set the configs. 1, 1 is in the middle. I did something wrong here. My order is wrong. Someone in the chat is telling my order is wrong. 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. Yeah, there shouldn't be any 1, 1 here. Oh, no, I don't have a 1, 1. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind. Edit that out. All right. I'm overdoing this, but it's fine. In the back of my mind, I feel like I'm overdoing this, but it's fine. I can peel some of it out later if I don't need it. Because another thing that I'm going to do here to overdo it is I am going to make a function which returns a config object called copy. Because I'm a little bit afraid of having the same pointer to different arrays all over the place. So I want to say int, I'm just going to make a temporary array that has the same number of things as the sides. And then processing has an array method called array copy, a copy method, where I can copy the sides into temp. And then I can return a new config with temp. And then, I could overload the constructor and have another way of declaring it with. So this is, again, this might not be necessary, but I'm setting myself up for success later by having as much. This is not usually how I work. I usually just try to hard code a lot of stuff in there, but I'm trying to keep this organized. Okay, so I can make a new default configuration. I can copy an existing configuration. I can make a configuration from one. I should probably actually what I probably should do is just always copy it there, but whatever. Either 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So what I'm going to do now is say configs I equals configs.copy. So in theory, I have moved all the pieces. The thing is, while they're moving, right, while this 7 is moving, in a way I did it, I'm doing it counterclockwise. While this 7 moves to here, it's also turning. So the config actually the new config has to move the sides. The side that was here, the color that was here needs to end up here. The color that was here needs to end up here. Let's just make sure the moving is actually working. I have an idea for how to do that. Let's add an extra color. I have this is a goofy idea. I guess I'll just use black. So I'm going to add an extra color which is index 6. I only have 6 real colors. The 7th will be black. And then I'm going to, in the QB function, in the QB function, QB class, I'm going to write a function called highlight. It's not really highlighting to turn it black, and I'm going to say config equals 6. 6. So what this does, new config. This is a little bit ridiculous, but I'm just going to overwrite its configuration with all black. So in other words, what I can do now, I'm going to comment out turn z, and I'm going to say cube 0, 0, 0, which should be top left, dot highlight. So now I should be able to pinpoint any given QB. Okay, it's back. That's the back, right? That's right, 0, 0, 0. I want to see the one in the front. So I can change this z to 2, and that's that. Now if I put turn z, this one should end up down here. Turn z, that should move that 2 spots this way counterclockwise. It worked. So that cube moved down. And by the way, if I wanted to do it clockwise, right, a clockwise rotation is just counterclockwise twice, right? That's the same thing. 1, 2. Boy, I'm confusing myself. Hold on a second. My watch is beeping at me incessantly. I'm going to have to take it off. Right, if this is my cube, this is counterclockwise, this is clockwise. 1, 2, I got to do it 3 times. 3 times would be the same, right, of course. So counterclockwise is 1 turn to the left. 3 turns to the left is the equivalent of just turning it clockwise. I could also move the pieces in another direction, but I'm just curious. Let's just copy paste turn z 3 times, and I should see, whoops, that right over there. Good. Okay, so now what I need to do is if I am going to call turn z and move the pieces, I also need to, as I move them, rotate z. That's a processing function, but I basically need to take the configuration and rotate it so that what does rotating at z mean? It means top moves to right, right moves to bottom, bottom moves to left, left moves to top and up. So I could, in the config class, I could write a function called rotate z, and what I'm doing is, the order is going to be different. Let's do it this way. I'm going to now hard code something. I'm going to say, what was I saying? I was saying sides up is, I'm getting up from right. From right, the color moves. Then I'm getting right gets from down, and down gets from left, and left gets from up. However, that's a problem because I overrode up. So I need to just make a temporary variable to give me the color that's in up, and then set that here. So these numbers are really stand-ins for color. In the end, ultimately, they're not about being up, down, left, right, front, back. Those are the actual colors. Those are the integers indicating the colors. But it's easy for me to think of the orientation in terms of up, down, left, right, front, back. So now, if I do this, I think that's right. Let me get rid of that highlighting. Let's look at the actual cube. Whoops. Let's look at the actual cube so you can see it. Oh, this is like in the way. Here, let me move this over here. Let's look at the cube here. So we're looking at green with yellow on top. And then I made a counterclockwise turn. That's orange. There's a red and white. Yellow and red. That worked. That worked. I turned it. Huh. Guess what? I made a turn. That's exciting. I mean, I may have overdone this. Like, I don't know that. I think this might actually work with just doing the rotation. Like, what if I just rotate the sides? Oh, I got a null pointer. Oh, because I didn't put anything in. Well, let's not worry about that right now. No need to move them. Spaghetti or shipments code. All right, hold on. All right, so the chat is telling me that there's no need to move the pieces, which I think is correct. So let me comment that out. Now that I did that, that was kind of like a useful way of thinking about it for me. I still need to know, but so let me comment that out. So what I can do is I can comment this out, and I'm going to say configs, just cube AB index 2 dot rotate z. Right? Oh no, dot config dot rotate z. So that's the same. Great. So, okay, so moving the cubes was interesting, and maybe I'm going to need that later, but I don't need it for right now. That makes things a lot simpler. So turn z, let's make a Boolean for clockwise or counterclockwise. Clockwise. So clockwise. So what I just did here is this is Boolean. If clockwise, do it this way, otherwise do it this way. And if it's clockwise, we just need to go the other direction. So down and up are switched, right? Whoops. Shoot. Did I do that right? No, down and then up, yes. That's what I meant to do. Okay, so that should be clockwise, that should be counterclockwise. There's got to be a way to refactor that into like a nice little loop or something, but let's just do that. Okay, so now if I'm saying turn z, I need to say true would be clockwise. And what did I do? I turned it this way. Is that orange? No, wait, that's red. Oh, wait, no, that's right. What was my configuration to start with? Yep, that's right. Red is with yellow, yellow is with orange, orange is with white, and white is with red. I think that's right. Okay. And then, so actually, let's do this. Let's now say, let's do key pressed. And I'm going to say if the key equals F, then I'm going to turn Z clockwise. Otherwise, if it's, I don't know, capital F, will it actually detect that? Key equals capital F, then I'm going to turn Z counterclockwise. Okay. Oh, did I turn it already? Wait, no, it shouldn't be turned when I start the program. Wait, oh no, it's not. Okay, good. F. So doing that 4 times gets me back, right? And if I do F, back, F, lowercase f, capital F. So it's turning. I want to animate it. That's going to be, I'm going to animate it in a separate video. I just want to get the turning working. And guess what? Now I can do this as, I can also have a index. So it's not really so in other words, back would be instead of having the number 2 here, having 0. So I'm going to say an index, and then that will be here, index. So in other words, I'm going to say that will be with 2, else if key equals B, turn Z 0 true. Otherwise, if key equals capital B, turn Z with 2 false. Oh, it's with 0 false. So why does it not like that? Int index, oh, no int boolean, there we go. Okay, so now I should be able to say, so look at this. If I say B, it turned the back. If I say F, it turned the front. If I do capital F, I turn that back. Capital B, turn that back. Yeah! Okay. People are telling me to use a switch statement. All right, we're going to edit the part out of where I change this to a switch statement. But I will do that. I can never switch Java. Looks like, I don't know why I have a mental block with switch. Switch key. So I would say switch key, and then colon, then case F, right? Case F, and then, case F, and then a semicolon? No, case F, semicolon, turn Z, break, right? I should also do, well, and then I'm going to the second, okay, case B, and then break case B, false, break. Is that right? Is that a switch statement? F is clockwise, capital F is counterclockwise. Oops. And this right? Oh. Wait, hold on. I told you I don't know a switch statement. Switch month, yes. What did I do wrong? This all has to be indented, but. Oh, where's the break? Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, the chat complained and I switched this to a switch statement. And actually, I'm going to take this and put this on my moves tab where I'm kind of working out all the moves stuff. I don't know, F and capital F is a little bit awkward, but that's fine, right? It actually could work because maybe I'm going to pick random moves. Config.getInt is redundant. Yes, I know. Why is back's not inverted? Why is B wrong? B false. I think F true. Yeah, I think people are seeing the old, people are behind. Everyone's still telling me that B is wrong. But everyone's still telling me back is going the wrong way. Let me look. Clockwise would have red on top. Well, I don't know what you're all thinking, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. I mean, sure, you could say that if I'm looking at the cube and then I want to have the back facing me, but no, the point is I want the back facing away and I want to turn it clockwise, which is what that would be. Okay. Okay. All right, fine. I'm leaving it the way it is. Lowercase b is true. In fact, let's do this. All right. Let me add another thing to refactor this a little bit. Let me just say Boolean CW for clockwise equals true, and Boolean CC for counterclockwise equals false. So I can say this is clockwise, this is counterclockwise, this is clockwise, this is counterclockwise. Okay. Now, oh, I'm wrong. All right, everyone is telling me that it's wrong. All right, so I'm not, all right, that's fine. And now the chat is telling me that according to cubing notation, the back being clockwise is if the back was facing you. So these should actually switch. So this would be counterclockwise, and this would be clockwise, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Or, yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it. It doesn't really matter. As long as I can do it one way or the other way, my shuffling it randomly is going to work out. But I'll try to be correct in terms of cubing notation. Okay, so now if we did turn Z, all we need is turn Y. And I can get rid of my extra code that I didn't need. And turn Y is, I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. Turn Y is going to do exactly the same thing, but the Y is going to be fixed. And I'm not going to be rotating Z. I'm going to be rotating Y. And so now I need in config, I need a rotate Y. This is now becoming very hard-coded, but that's fine. And Y means if I'm rotating Y, I'm rotating from front to right, right to back, back to a left. So front to right, right to back, back to left, left to front. Or back to right, right to front, and left to back. So that should be rotate Y. So now if I go here, let's try left, which would be turn Y, 0, and right, which would be turn Y, 2. So let's see. Okay, let's look at this. All right, right. Oh, no, that's not right. I turned the bottom. Did that do a real move? No. Wait, no, that's wrong. Okay, hold on. Oh, left and right is not turn Y. Left and right is turn around the x-axis. Left and right is turn along the x-axis. So actually, what am I doing now? If I'm doing left and right, I'm really this is rotate x. I did the left, but let's go to rotate Y, which would be rotate Y would be front goes to top, top goes to back, back goes to bottom. Front goes to top, top goes to back, back goes to bottom, which is down, and this is up, not top. I can never remember that. And down goes to front. And then if I were to go the other way, I would be going from back goes to up, and up, right? Back goes to up goes to front, and front goes to down. Back goes to up goes to front, front goes to down. I think that's right. So hold on. Let's just put everything in there. I'm sure I have something wrong. Now I need 4 more moves for, so I did, what did I do? I did front, back, I did left, right, which is turning along the x. Left and right is turning along the x. And turning along the y is up. And down. Oh, this is horrible. There's no way I've got this right. Okay. Turn. Oh, there is no turn x. Because I didn't make a turn x. Okay. Turn x is here. Keep that fixed. And then rotate x. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The chat's telling me everything's wrong. Let's see. Okay. So let's just see if my first ones are right. The first ones I did was front and back. Front, and then turn that there, and then back. Back went okay, back went correctly. Turn that back. Oops. Now, all right. So now let's try up, which would be this. No! That's not right. So up is wrong. Can I at least get it back? Yeah, okay. Down. Did down actually? Nope. Down is wrong. Ooh, That's weird. Down is wrong. Did I get right or left right? Right? No, that's totally wrong. Okay. All right. Moves lines 66 and 75 are wrong. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Why? What am I doing? I have rotate Y twice in there for no reason at all. Rotate X twice in there. Okay, let's see. So let's try right again. Does come back of it. Whoa. That's really interesting. What am I doing? Let's look at this. 1,400 people are watching? Jeez Louise. I'm getting very sweaty because this is very stressful. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. Okay. So somehow I did the first one correct. So let me, even though I had all this extra stuff in here, whoops. Let me save this down at the bottom. I should have practiced this before I got here. And let me take all this out. Okay. So turning on the Z, which for me is front and back, is working, correct? So let's double check that. Yeah, that's working. I can do 4 turns in the back. I can do the turns along the back as well. Okay, so that's working. So this code is right for doing that rotation along the Z. Now turn Y. Turn Y is turning around the Y axis, which is pointing up. So that should be top and bottom. Top and bottom. Top and bottom. I'm shifting. Okay, hold on. People are giving me lots of interesting comments. Okay, top and bottom. So let me check. Am I doing top and bottom with turn Y? So turn Y and up and down. Sorry, up is turn Y for 0. Down is turn Y for 2. So that's correct. It must be the shifting that's wrong. So let's be more thoughtful about this. This is clearly where it's wrong. It's got to be, right? So if I am rotating the top, there should be no up or down. Oh, there's an up and down in there. That's wrong. I should be going from left to front, from front to right, right to back. These are just wrong. These are just plain wrong. I should be going from left to front, front to back, back to right. Then I should be going from left to back, back to front, and front to right. I don't know why I had it like that. Okay, so let's try. Rotate Y once again is up and down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm rotating the top, and let's rotate the bottom. There we go. I'm shuffling it around. I don't know if that's going to keep working. Yeah. And then here we go. So now let me fix rotate X. Rotate X, if I have my cube, X is the horizontal axis, so I'm turning right and turning left, which is going from front to up to back, back to down. And so I'm going front to up, to back, back to down. Yeah, front, no, back. Yes. Yes, front to up to back, back to down. Or back, sorry, back to up. The B I keep thinking is bottom. I just can't get a back to up to front, front to down. Now I might have my clockwise and counterclockwise mixed up. So let's see. So this is now right, should be. I should see green go to the top and white come to the bottom. And I should see blue. Whoa, something went wrong. No, that's right. Blue. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I went the other way. Wait, what? I can't get my cube oriented like it is here. Yellow with green on the right. No, wait. How did I do this? I have yellow. I turn the green, so it's white. Blue and white, yellow and blue, green and yellow. That's right. Okay. All right, now, do these all, so first of all, let's check my clockwise and counterclockwise. Will you please? I need to just keep the cube in one place, and I need to think of front clockwise, back clockwise in the same direction. Could I please do that? Right, do I have to move the cubies? It's not up to back. What's wrong? Front goes to up goes to back goes to down. Back goes to up goes to front goes to down. Rotate Y is wrong. Good luck editing this, Matthew. Rotate Y. What time is it? I gotta take a break in a minute. Okay, do something slightly different. Rotate Y is wrong. Left goes to front. Yeah, that's wrong. Left goes to front goes to right, right goes to back. How did I get that wrong? Or left goes to back goes to right, right goes to front. Yeah. So what was wrong? Y. So Y should be up and down. Right? Red goes to here, orange goes to here, green goes to here, red is back down. Goes to there. Okay. Making a cube class would make this a lot easier. I sort of did. That's what this is. I have this weird config array, which makes no sense. Okay. This is not going to extrapolate particularly well to higher dimensions, but fine. All right, let me think here. The question is, do I need to move the cubes around, or will this continue to work as I shuffle? All right, so hold on. Now I'm going to check to see if this works with multiple moves. So let me do up. Let me do right. No, that's wrong. Of course. Okay, I have to move the cubes. I have to move the cubes. So I do need moving the cubes. Good thing I have that code in there. I have to move the cubes. Okay. So if you're just tuning in, this is the code that I wrote earlier that sorry. And this needs to be index. This needs to be index. What's wrong here? Duplicate method, right, of course. If you're just tuning in, this is the code that I wrote earlier that actually moves the cubes. Whoops. If you're just tuning in, this is the code that I wrote earlier. I don't know if I'm saying just tuning in. This is the code that I wrote earlier that actually moves the cubes, which it appears that I also need. Because I could just turn the faces, but once I start doing multiple turns, things are going to be in the wrong place. So I actually do need to do this shifting of actually moving them around. I knew I needed that for a reason. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, coming back. Let's get rid of turn z. Where is that? So this is my old turn z. Come on, camera, come back on. Oh, y is wrong still? Or are people in the past? Someone's telling me y is wrong. But I think people are in different parts of the stream, which is the problem. Y was fixed. It was wrong, now it's fixed. So now I should be moving the cubes and adjusting the faces correctly. So let's see, if I do, the only thing that's correct right now is turning along the z, which is front and back. And that's wrong because my turning is not matched with my clockwise. This is why I need to, so this is actually not, this is moving, this by definition is moving them counterclockwise. Oh, look at this. So this has to change. This is if not clockwise, shift them ahead to modulus how many spots there are. The other way, what I would need to do, if it's clockwise, I would need to say I plus order dot length minus 2 modulus order dot length. Now this is something that I've encountered a lot, right? You can't do a minus and a modulus to wrap around the front, but if you add the number all the way so you're sort of like ahead of the array, then you shift back and then you use modulus, you'll be in the right place. So this should be right now with front and back. So let's see. This should be front clockwise. No. It's switching everything. Oh. Let's look at this. All right, let's, hold on. Hold on a second, everybody. Let's go back to my original debugging method to highlight one cube as black. Then I'm going to take off this rotation thing. Actually, I don't want to rotate it here. That's maybe the problem. Take off that rotation thing. So now, if I move this, it should move to there. Wait, why are they? Is there still a rotate happening somewhere? Oh, there's a rotate. I rotated twice. No wonder. I think I might have this right. So this is the cube moving clockwise. That's how it should move. This is the cube moving counterclockwise. That's how it should move. Now, let's see if this moves the faces correctly. White comes up. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I think I have it right. Is it doing counterclockwise correctly? Counterclockwise is a capital F. Yes. Okay. It's working. This is right. So this is right. Now, I just need to do this. This is unfortunate, but what I'm going to do is, and boy, I can't wait for somebody to tell me in the comments how to turn this into one function, but I'm going to actually just delete these and make a y one. And y, the only thing that changes here is this becomes index, and this becomes index, and this becomes index, and then rotate should be rotate y. I think that's everything. And again, this really needs to be refactored. I'm copying and pasting all this code. It's making my skin crawl. But if I can get it to work, I'll be happy. So that's y. And now this is x. So turn x. So the only things I'm changing are index goes here, a and b are what's changing. Index goes here, a and b are what are changing. Index goes here, a and b are what are changing. And then this is rotate x. Okay. 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 This is turn x. And duplicate method. Oh, because what? How many times have I have so many copies of the function. No! What did I do? Okay, turn x. This is turn z. What have I done? That's turn z. This is me copying turn z and then not using it. Ooh, let's get rid of this. This is turn y, right? Y, yes, rotate y. This is turn x. Yeah, okay, I think I had some extra copies of the function. Okay, so let me just make sure turning z still works. Okay, that works. And turning. So let's try, the black cube is on the left, so let's try left. Went down. Oh, that's not right. Right? Right, because if that cube is coming down, yellow should be coming with it. So the rotation of y is backwards. One way to do that is, who knows what's clockwise and what's not clockwise, but I could just swap these two. This is x, actually, sorry. Left is turning along the x-axis, so I should be changing it here. So let's just, for whatever reason, I wrote these differently. Okay, so now let's try turning left. Ooh. Wait, did that actually work? Oh yeah, that worked. It just went the other way. Yeah, it's going the right way. Red staying there. Oh, that's actually working. It's just going, who knows, is that clockwise or counterclockwise? What's the cubing notation? I don't know, but I can make it go the other way. Yay, okay, that is working. That is working. Okay, and now let's get this back to here. So now let me see if I did front, I did left. Let's see if up works. Yeah, that works. So what if I do up and I move that there, and then I do right and I move that there, and then I do bottom. Whoops, that's back. B is back. And then if I do left, I think it's shuffling correctly. I think it's shuffling correctly. How do I get it back? Well, I could shuffle it and then just play all the turns in reverse, right? And I've solved the cube. Oh, I got to get it to animate. I think this is right. I think I'm done with the turning phase. The next part is going to be the animating, but let's see if I can follow along. Okay. I know, unfortunately, okay, let's do this. Oops. This is way too big. Let me make this smaller. So this can be back here. Put this here. And put this here. All right. Okay, so let's see if the red, unfortunately, I can't do it this way facing you. I've got to do it facing me. So let's first do a front turn. Okay, let's do a right turn. Let's do a back turn. Let's do a front turn again. Let's do a left counterclockwise turn. It might not actually be counterclockwise, but I'm going to do capital L. So that moved that this way. All right, let's see. Is the cube correctly configured? Yes. On that side it is. On this side it is. On this side it is. Dare I say that this is actually working? Yes. Okay. I think this is working. I mean, my code is terrible, but I got it to work. Oh, wait, no, I have to I shuffled my cube, but that's fine. I'll solve my cube later. Let's now, this video is just about done, but let's at least do a demonstration of well, actually, I don't know what else there is to do. So left has counterclockwise and clockwise mixed up. Yes, I'll deal with that later. I'm not leaving. I'm just going to be, I'm going to talk to you about the sponsor of this live stream, Brilliant, for a minute. Then I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and then I'm going to come back. And when I come back, I'm going to do the animating, which will make it much more interesting if I can actually watch it animate in turn. I think that's going to be, famous last words, slightly easier, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. People are telling me clockwise and counterclockwise are shuffled. That's fine. I don't care. I'm so happy that I got this working. Okay. Let me get rid of the, okay, hold on. This is bothering me. Okay. All right. So before I go, I'm going to change this key pressed function to move, and I'm going to give it the argument key, although int, I guess that's car key, and then I'm going to create an array, car moves equals up, up, down, down, whoops, front, front, left, left, right, right. So these are all the possible moves. Now in draw, I'm going to set the frame rate to 1. I'm going to pick a random number, which is the 0 between all the possible moves. Then I'm going to say the move is moves index r. And actually, I'm just going to call the move function moves index r. So what this should do, what happened to my frame rate 1? It's shuffling it. How come frame rate 1 didn't work? Does it not work with PZCam? Hold on, I have a feeling it doesn't work with PZCam. No, it's not the problem. I know what I'm going to do. Let's keep the frame rate and just say if frame count modulus 60 equals 0, then move. So it's doing a move, and I can get rid of highlighting this cube, and I think we can make it move a little bit more quickly, and then let's put the move on the screen also. So let's say fill 255, and I'm gonna have a character called latest move, which will be nothing to start. And then I'm going to say text latest move. I don't know. Put it in the top right. I'm sure. Oh, this is going to totally be messed up with PZCam. Oh, how do I have text with PZCam? This is going to be a problem. Let's just print line latest. Let's just do print line. So I'm going to figure out drawing text later. I'm going to print line. No. Moves index R. So you'll see that in the console down here along with all these weird error messages. And forget about the latest move. And here we go. So now you can see this is the end of part 2, this 741-hour video that you just watched, and hopefully had some editing in it that made it somewhat tolerable to look through. In theory, if I've done everything correctly, what I'm doing now is I am playing a sequence of Rubik's Cube moves. If I could follow it along, in theory, I'd have the exact same configuration here. There's no reason why I couldn't undo it and play it in backwards to see it solve. And I really should try to do that to make sure this works. Maybe I'll do that real quick. I'm going to take a break. I really should try to then play the moves backwards to let it solve. I'm going to do that in the next video. You could try that as an exercise if you haven't gotten to part 3 yet. In part 3, I'm also going to animate these moves because it's really hard to see if it's doing it correctly. Let's see. Hold on. People are telling me I have my move list wrong. Up, up, down, down, front, front, left, left, right, right. I forgot back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That makes sense. 6 times 2. Sorry, I forgot back and back. So now, if everything is correct, this Rubik's Cube is shuffling, and I am in the next video going to just quickly, to make sure everything's working correctly, I'm going to have it play it backwards to see if it can solve itself. That's not really solving, it's just playing the sequence backwards. And then I'm also going to animate it. So once we animate it, we'll really see the Rubik's Cube come to life. Thanks for watching, and see you in part 3. People. Oh. Is something definitely wrong? I'm not leaving. These videos get edited. For everyone who's new watching, these videos get edited and uploaded as separate things later. So I don't know if they're more watchable or not, but that's why sometimes while I'm doing the live stream, act as if something is finishing. I will leave at some point in the next hour or so. Okay, don't say goodbye. I'm still here. Is it doing weird behavior that's impossible? Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. That's just if it's, you're seeing multiple cubes change if it's a front move. If it's a front move, then it looks like a lot of cubes are changing in different rows, but it's not. It's just the front moving. So it should be fine. Yeah, the center point, that center red should always be red. Is it ever going to change? It should never change. It hasn't changed, so I think it's okay. I'm not sure. All right. So I need to take a. I need a minute. I need to take a break from the Rubik's Cube. So I would like to tell you about the sponsor of the Coding Train, our friends over at Brilliant.org. Brilliant.org is a website that has a lot of courses and puzzles and learning materials and forums for discussion. I don't know if forum is the right word, but you can have a discussion about the solution to various puzzles. And I've been enjoying using it with my son, who's 10. Let's go to the Brilliant website real quick. And what I would like to do is, today is actually pick one of the puzzles and just see if I can, whoops, I'm on the wrong website. I don't know what I typed in, but I misspelled Brilliant, I think. I'm on the website here, and what I'm going to do is go to the daily challenges. These are one of the favorite things I like about the Brilliant website. If you want to follow along and try to do this challenge with me, you can please sign up at brilliant.org/codingtrain. You can sign up there for free. There is a premium subscription for certain aspects of the website, and the first 200 subscribers who sign up from the Coding Train will get 20% off. All right, so let's go to this what's the overlap puzzle, daily problem. And let's read it over. I looked at this on the subway this morning. I haven't tried to solve it yet. I do think this one is a relatively simple one. There's a lot of really difficult ones and easier ones. I wanted to pick one that I felt somewhat confident I could solve. And so let's look at this. So this is about set theory and the intersection of sets. So we think of the sets of even numbers. So let's diagram this a little bit. Where is my eraser? So if I think of the sets of, so one set is all the numbers from 1 to 100. Another set is all the even numbers. Let's put that over here. This is all of the even numbers. This is 1 to 100. And this is like a Venn diagram we've got going on here. And then perfect squares. So what's a perfect square? A perfect square is any number that if you take the square root of it, you get an integer, not a decimal number. So something like 4, something like 25, these are perfect squares. So this actually shouldn't be too hard, because we can basically say, we know that this has every number in it. So this has like the least number. We basically want to say, what are all the even perfect squares? So the maximum number we can get, 10 squared is 100. So 10 is definitely in our intersection here. 9 squared is 81. So that's not even. So I think it turns out that it'll be any even number that we square. So 8, 6, 4, 2. Not 1 squared is 1. So we have 4, 8, 36, 64, 100. So these are all of our numbers that fit in each one of these categories. I think that I'm right about this. Yeah, I think I solved it. Let's go over here. And am I logged in? Hopefully I'm logged into my account. I am. I'm going to pick 5 and hope that I get him right. Submit. 1-day streak. Solve more problems tomorrow to extend my streak. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to extend. Maybe next week when I come do my live stream, you'll see I have an 8-day streak. That would be nice. But let's do a little bit more with this. Let me go to the P5 web editor, because I think what could be interesting here is, let's say, how come I'm not logged in here? That's irritating. What I want to do is I want to post a link to my solution, and then see if I can get some comments from you and different examples of this. So let's just say I'm going to make a canvas that's 200 by 200. So what I want to visualize every single number. So I need a 10 by 10 grid. So I need to have, I'm in processing land. I am now in JavaScript. I need to have a number of columns, which is 10, a number of rows, which is also 10. And then what I want to do is I want to say for let I equal 0, I is less than columns, I plus plus. And let me name this as a brilliant challenge. Then I want to say, let me keep auto refresh on, why not? Oh, that's a little dangerous here if I'm writing a loop. Let's do j goes from 0. J is a number of rows, j plus plus. So this is a nested for loop that allows me to, if I'm doing everything correctly, I'm going to say stroke 255, fill 0, a rectangle from I times, and then I need to have a width. This is a square, so I'm just going to call it like just W for width, and I'm going to say width divided by columns. I times W, J times W, width. I mean, I can just use this because it's a square. I can actually use the square function. Let's keep auto refresh on. There's my grid. What I might actually like to do is say width minus 1, just so I can sort of see it. And then let's do text align center, text. And then, so what is the number? The number is I plus j times the number of columns, right? That would give me every single number. And that'll give me every single number. It's going to be 0 through 99, and I want 1 through 100, so 1 plus that. And then let's put x and y in variables, because I'm going to need to use this a lot. So x and y, and then I want to draw that text at x comma y and say fill 255, no stroke, text size 32. So there's the, but all the numbers are in the wrong place. So I need to shift them over. And there's also, let me give myself a bigger canvas to work with. And then let me shift the numbers over. So x plus w divided by 2, y plus w, should put it on the bottom, minus, let's see, so 2, w divided by 2, let's say text align. Oh, I already said center. Close enough. So I should really be more thoughtful. Like, I need to shove these down a little bit. Let's just actually like do this manually. Let's say y plus 16. No. Y plus 24. Y plus 32. That's what I had. Y plus 40. There we go. That looks good. So now I have a grid of all the numbers. So now what I want to do is let's determine if it's an even number. So, well, if it's a number between 1 and 100. So let's say the range. Range equals the result of the number being greater than 0 and less than or equal to 100. Greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 100. This Boolean value. What kind of JavaScript do I have wrong here? Am I like losing my mind? Shouldn't this evaluate to a Boolean? Unexpected token. I don't need, oh, num. Num needs here. Sorry. Okay. So if it's within this range, let's draw the rectangle. Let's draw everything after. So if range, if it's in that range, fill, and I haven't calculated the number yet, so this has to move up here. If it's in that range, fill 0. Okay, so now, is it, what's the other one? Is it even? Even equals num modulus 2 equals 0. Else, if it's even, let's give it like kind of a dark greenish color. What have I got wrong here? Oh, Amr in the chat is telling me I can say text align center, center. And then I can do this. Thank you for that. That's perfect. But why am I not seeing green? Green for even. Oh, of course. I forgot about fundamentals of programming. I forgot about fundamentals of programming here, which is that I forgot about the fundamentals of programming here, which I need. They're all going to be true range. So this is what I wanted to do. I don't know what I'm doing here, really. I just was going to like, so let's check for even first. Range. There we go. So now I can say, okay, those are all the even numbers. Now, this is a fun one. Let's try to detect if it's a perfect square. So I'm going to say perfect equals. So this would be true. It's a perfect square if the square root of the number is a whole number. In other words, if the square root is equal to flooring the square root. I think this would do it. So I'm pretty sure, and let me give myself a little more space here. I'm pretty sure that this would give me that's the way to detect if something's a perfect square. You take the square root of the number, and if it's the same as flooring the square root, then it's a perfect square. So let's test if, and then let's do if it's perfect, else if it's even, else if whatever, else if it's in the range. This is sort of silly because what I want to do ultimately is just show the intersection. So I'm going to say if it's a perfect square, fill 0. All right, so that's a perfect square, but it's got to be a perfect square and even and in the range. And there we go. Is that what I had? 4, 8, 36, 64, 100. Where's 8? Wait, 8. Why did I get 8? That's 5. Why did I write 8? Oh, no. 4, 8, 36, 64. Wait, 16. I had the wrong number there all along. I had the wrong number here all along. I'm sure you were all telling me this. This is 4, 16, 36, 64. 4, 16, 36, 64, 100. That's 5. And so now let's just say otherwise fill, like, let's give it kind of, we can see, there we go. So this is my solution to the brilliant problem. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Brilliant website. Do I have that still here, or did I lose that? Let's go to brilliant.org. Oh, camera went off. And I'm going to go, what's the overlap? I completed that challenge. Let me see here. OK, I programmed a little visualization in JavaScript with P5.js that you can enjoy here. And then, I can upload an image. So let's also do, save brilliant.png, no loop. And so I have my PNG here now that I saved, which is this. And now let's see, where is that? Downloads, here it is. Let's upload that. Let's hit preview. There we go. Oh, that's probably not a link. So let me make this actually a link. So I think this, it's Markdown. How nice. So I think if I put this here and do source code and then do preview, this should take me, whoops. This should take me to here. Why does it take so long? Oh, because I still have that save in there. I don't want to keep, no. Why does it take so long? My browser's just being slow, I think. I'm not going to worry about that. And so now I am going to post this explanation. And so now I'm going to ask you if you're interested, if you feel like you have a few minutes right now to help support the coding train, go to brilliant.org/coding train, sign up for a free account, come here, maybe make a version of my code, post it, post a comment on it, give me some helpful claps. I'm sure if I got something wrong, tell me about it. But I'm sure you can be more thoughtful and beautiful about the visualization that you make. So thanks. I'm going to be back to do animating the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do, maybe I will leave this up here. Normally I just go to the Coding Train wallpaper. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself disappear, which is this. I'm gone now. I'm going to put on some music. I am going to mute my microphone, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Please, if you have a few minutes, take the time to sign up for Brilliant.org at brilliant.org/codingtrain, and I'll be back to finish not finish, but to do the next step of the Rubik's Cube in about 5 minutes or so. As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot. This dot, never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. Somebody compose that song for me. Okay, my mic is back. My face is back. Whoops. My camera is off. Hold on a sec. Okay. All right, I'm back. I hope you had a chance to sign up for Brilliant and maybe share with me your version of a solution to this challenge. Ooh, look at this. We already got some comments. Some people are watching the live stream. Awesome. That's great to see you here. Thanks so much. Thank you to Brilliant for the opportunity to talk about Brilliant and have the sponsorship of this channel. It really helps me out. And thanks to the audience for participating in this little quick challenge. All right, so I am going to put this away now. And I'm going to save this code here. I will post a link. Well, I guess I posted on the Brilliant website to this code in the video's description. But I'm going to close out of the web browser, and I don't need this anymore. I don't need this, and here I am. People in the chat are talking about a Discord, so let me say something about that. So I believe there might be. I'm like an old person, so I don't really know about this stuff. I believe there might be an unofficial Discord for the Coding Train, which I would be happy for the community to self-organize. I would point you to the Coding Train Code of Conduct, which is on the GitHub repository for the Coding Train, even for an unofficial community associated with the this YouTube channel. I do have an official Slack channel. This is by invitation only, and the way to get an invitation is to sign up as a supporter of the Coding Train through Patreon or through YouTube membership. There's a little join button that you probably actually see right below watching this. I don't know if it's on mobile or desktop or whatever, but YouTube has a membership, which is basically a monthly subscription, and that's helping me maintain this channel and do this stuff. So. If you're interested in that, whoa, I think the stream went down. All right. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing a green light, so I think I'm back. I don't know if anybody heard anything I said about Discord, and I just realized, hold on, let me check something. You lost me after mentioning Discord. Okay, so I'm afraid to jinx myself and talk about it again. But what I was going to say is, oh wait, I'm getting. Okay. What's going on? All right. So. I was saying something. It's working now. I see the green light. I was talking about Discord. So I believe there might be an unofficial, somebody might have spun up a Discord that's a coding train. I was saying that I'm an old person. I don't really know about this stuff. I don't know if you heard that. I support that. If the community watching the channel wants to self-organize, I would point you to the code of conduct that I have in the GitHub repository to adopt as well. I do have a Slack channel. This is a private Slack channel for patrons who sign up through patreon.com or joined as a YouTube member. So YouTube has memberships. I'm kind of using both of them, which maybe I need to think about if that really makes sense, but that's what I'm doing right now. So there is a smaller discussion group there that you are welcome to join if you have the ability to do so, and I would thank you for your support. Okay, so here we are. I am now going to see where I am here. So this is where I was before. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing red again. Now I'm seeing green. I think there are some issues with the stream. Shoot. How's it working for everybody? Yeah, I'm seeing in the open broadcast studio dropped frames. So I might have to stop for today if this is, maybe I'll restart the computer. I've had this issue before. Yeah, I'm going to restart the computer. That's one thing I can try. I'm seeing yellow and red still. Not a good sign. Oh, cube continued. Close this. Yeah. So I'm seeing red in the, which is never a good sign. Is everybody, you can hear me, but you can't see me. Let me hit record. Yeah, this isn't good. This has happened to me before, in which case it seems to be some bottleneck somewhere. When I've checked my internet speeds, everything seems great. And maybe this is the end of the stream for today. We lost so many viewers. It's so sad. We had like 1,500 people watching. Yeah, I know the stream is freezing. Oh, green, I see green. Oh, back to orange, back to yellow, back to green. Maybe the problem will go away. And I will, while that's happening, I'm just going to play around with this code for a little bit. Let's see here. So for example, these are the moves. So let's do a string. Oh wait, but my clockwise was wrong. So let's look. Okay, hold on. Let's keep key pressed. Let me not have it move automatically. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can fix, lower the bit rate. Yeah. Let me just see here. So what I would like to know is if that is, oh, my cube is not solved. All right, let me solve the cube. A run has 20 moves. Yeah, so for me, is that clockwise? So I would say for me, that's not clockwise, that's counterclockwise. So what is my convention? Oh yeah, lowercase u is counterclockwise. So that's right, uppercase U is clockwise. Okay. Now down. That's counterclockwise, lowercase d. Uppercase D is clockwise. Okay, great. Now let me try right. To me, green being on top would be clockwise. So that's clockwise. Oh. So if I want to be consistent, lowercase, oh, these are backwards, hold on. Lowercase r, wait, hold on, up. Lowercase up is counterclockwise. Clockwise, okay. So right, lowercase r should be clockwise, which is not. So CC, these are going backwards. Clockwise is wrong on turn X. So where is turn X? So two things are wrong. Rotate X is backwards, and this is backwards. So let me switch this. And then let me also go to rotate X and put this here. And put this here. All right. So now I should have clockwise. So clockwise, green should go to the top. Whoops. No, that's counterclockwise, yeah. Clockwise is capital R. Perfect. That's good. Counterclockwise is the other way. Here, left, clockwise, it's capital L. That's not right. Oh, but what's counter on the left? Oy. Oh, I see. This is the front and back problem. Right, because down. Because right, clockwise, left, clockwise is the other way. Well, that's kind of annoying. So I need, oh, it's green again. Seems to be working. I think it should be okay right now. No, it's a little bit better than it was before. Oh, back to red. Kevin is writing, that's why you need consistency in what it means clockwise, counterclockwise. So, yeah, I see. So it should always be opposite. Clockwise should be one way on one side and the other way on the other side. So technically speaking, this, even though like this is clockwise, this would actually be clockwise for the right, even though this is clockwise, the bottom, this would actually be clockwise? That's so weird though. Maybe I shouldn't call it, I'm trying to figure out what's the right notation here that I should use. So right now, up and down, clockwise, clockwise. So should clockwise, here's my question, and give me the answer in a full sentence. It's relative to the face's center. So up and down would be clockwise in the same direction, but right and left would be clockwise in opposite directions, as well as front and back. Clockwise is always clockwise when you look at the side you're turning. But what about for up? What about up and down? So by the way, when you just write yes, you're writing the answer to my question like 30 seconds later than I asked it, and there's a lot of chat. So I can't actually determine up and down or up. Oh, so up and down are opposite because it's as if I turned it to have it look at me. Yeah, so clockwise, clockwise, clockwise. Ah, so they are opposite. Okay, great. Imagine looking directly at the face. Got it. So how do I do that here? Because that's not how I thought about it. But I can get this. I can get this. Okay, then let's get this right. Let's get this right. But at least I know what it should be now. So the only thing what's right now is I'm looking directly at the face, and I'm going to go clockwise. Great. So that's correct, counterclockwise. Now that's for... No, I'm not looking directly at the face. Am I? Yes. I'm looking directly at the face. So now if I'm looking directly at the face for back, and I want to go clockwise, I didn't. Did I just go clockwise? Hold on. I'm looking at the face for front, and I want to go I switched it here. I see. So that's what I'm just going to do this is kind of wrong, but I'll just do it that way. So I see. I'm going to do it. I don't love this, but it'll work. So I'm looking at this face and front clockwise. Back clockwise. Clockwise. So that's right. Now let me do left. Left. Is that going to go clockwise? Yes. Counterclockwise? Yes. Now right. Right, is that going to go clockwise? No. So right is wrong. So I'm just going to switch it. Why not, right? So left and right are right, and now I have to do up and down. So up, if I'm looking at it, is it going clockwise? No. That's counterclockwise. So up should also switch, and down and down. Am I going clockwise? Yes. Am I going counterclockwise? Yes. Okay. How's the stream going? Still lagging? I think I have it right now. So front, back clockwise should be actually counterclockwise if I'm looking at this direction. Yep. Right clockwise. Left clockwise should actually go the other way. But and then top clockwise, or up, sorry. Did I just do up already? Yeah, up. And then bottom, or down. Yeah. Okay, I've got it now. Yeah, sorry about all the lag. So this should be fixed now. All right, let's see if I can. I don't like having the characters as a move because I would like to make a move class that has, because that's way that's also going to help me to animate it. I don't know if I should do the third part with the terrible lag. Yeah. The lag makes the live stream unwatchable, which is very sad to me. I could do the challenge anyway, and it's being recorded to disk. I also could move on with my day. Enums are your friend. Yeah. D-Raj is being kind, saying I should go have lunch. All right. Let me try doing the third part with the rotation. Why not? I hope, by the way, I forgot to record to disk that first part. Usually I can still make the edited version by sucking it down from YouTube. There was no lag or issues in the first part of the live stream, right? That was fine. Hopefully that works. All right, I'm seeing a lot of green now, so I'm gonna push forward. All right, let me put this back in. Okay. Let's do this. I'm recording to disk now. Okay. Okay. Hello, welcome to part 3 of my Rubik's Cube series. So far what I have is I have a simulation of the Rubik's Cube, and I'm shuffling it with all possible moves. Up, down, left, right, front, back, both counter and clockwise and counterclockwise. Now, I'm not 100% sure it's working correctly. One is because since I'm not animating it, I'm not able to visually just like see, oh, for sure it's working. But also, another way for me to test to be sure it's working is for me to do a random move sequence in reverse. So if I were to pick 20 moves and then do those 20 moves in reverse, I should have the cube back in its original state. So I do want to add the animation, but I also want to make sure what I'm doing is correct before I add the animation. So right now I just have an array with a character for each possible move. As I am over-engineering this, I think I might actually like to have a move class. Right, so the move class would have a character for like which move it is. And then it would also have a direction, maybe 1 being clockwise and -1 being counterclockwise, because that way I could, and maybe let's make this, yeah, well, I'm trying to think, but I need a function to be able to say, do the opposite. And if I just have lowercase and capital, I think if I could use math, that would be easier if I could multiply it by -1. So I'm going to say a move is made with a character and a direction. And I think what I would like to do here is I did have these Booleans, clockwise and counterclockwise. Let's just use 1. I'm going to use the convention right now that 1 means clockwise and -1 means counterclockwise. So rather than use, I'm just going to, 1 is clockwise and -1 is counterclockwise. I'm just going to put a note up there. So now I can have the move, which, and I could use this, or I'm just going to use underscore. So that's the move. And then what I can do is I could say, I could write a function, reverse, which basically what that does is it returns a new move with the same face, but the opposite direction. Again, this might be overkill, but I think this will be nice. So now what I want to do is I want to create, this is still fine. No. I want to create an all moves array that has, how many moves did I say it was? 12. And I'll just manually set this up. I'm going to, let's write a function that's like init moves. And I'm going to say moves 0 equals new move up with clockwise. And this should be all moves. I'm realizing there's a little bit of a flaw here, but so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, there, of course, would be another way to do this without hard coding it. And if I ever want to make a cube that's not 3 by 3, I'm going to have to refactor all of this to think in terms of, to automate this, to have algorithms that generate all the moves, have everything indexed numerically. But I'm going to have up, -1 and 1, down, -1 and 1, right, -1 and 1, -1 and 1. I'm doing 1, -1. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter the order. I mean, it should be consistent. Left, -1 and 1. Whoa. Up, down, down, right, right, left, left, front. What did I do wrong here? Something is wrong. I have the wrong 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be 12. How come I ran out of space? Back. There's not 13 of them. Back, back. Up, down, down, right, right, left, left, front, back, back. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's no 6 in there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1. Let's just be consistent. 1, negative 1, 1, 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1. Okay, there's all the moves. Look at the chat. It's just 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, those are all the moves. Now, I want to change this now to, oh, this is so sad. So how could I turn a move? Oh, I could do the, I need a unique code for each move. This is why it would be nice to have a number. All right, let's do it this way. Each move also gets a number. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is just its index. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a thing in programming called a for loop. 10, 11. Okay. And now my move object needs also an index. And so let's also give it an index. And that way, the move, this is so crazy, is the order of the moves is up, up, down, down, right, right, left, left, front, up, down, right, left, front, back. So this should be, where's up, down? Turn, I have X, Y's, and Z's, and ups and downs. Notation is insane. I can't wait till somebody like redoes this in a completely logical way. But this is up and down. So up and down, let's take this out here. Up, down is first. And index, switch index is 0, up, up, down, down. Now I want right and then left. This is so crazy what I'm doing. Up, up, down, down. Oh, this is now very hard to read. I've made a mistake here. Down, down. I'm going to do right, left. That's turning X is right. So up, let's put some comments in here. Up, down, right, right, up, down, right, left. So let's go get left. Here's 6. Maybe this part shouldn't be in the video. 6, 7, left. Right, left. Front. Back. Okay, I think I'm good. So I just numbered all the moves. Up, down, right, left, front, back. Everyone's telling me to try enum. You can't use enum effectively in processing. You could use XOR with 32 to flip the letter case. That's a good idea. Okay, now. All right. So I have all my moves They all have an index. They have a up, down, right, left, forward, or back, and a direction clockwise or counterclockwise. And again, all of the notation is completely arbitrary, and this really needs...
I will refactor this later, you know.
With enum.
Refactor this later.
With enum.
I will refactor this later, you
With
know.
enum.
I will refactor this later.
Okay, so now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, let's just make sure, a random index of all moves, and I'm going to move that one according to its index. And I'm going to print out its character, its direction, and its index, just to see. And this should be all moves. And what do I have? Rubik's Cube move, car int, oh, this is very silly, but that's fine, and index. So the car is now completely unnecessary. The character is completely unnecessary. I need a mapping of integer to character with enum. But null pointer exception. All moves length. Oh, did I forget to call init moves? So I need to call init moves to create those moves. All right, now we're back, hopefully, to what I had before, shuffling the cube. I swear I'm going to get to animating this at some point. We're shuffling the cube. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count up to 20. So I'm going to create an array list. I'm going to call this an array list of moves called sequence. So every time I pick a move, I am going to say sequence dot add that move. So I want to say move m equals all moves index r. Then I'm going to move based on that index number. Then I'm going to print out the stuff now that I have this variable m, just to see it. And then I'm going to add that to a sequence. And then if sequence dot size equals 20, then, and I'm going to have, let's see, state equals 0. Then I'm going to say state equals 1. So if state equals 0, otherwise, if state equals 1, what I'm going to do is pop every move out of the array. So I'm going to say move m equals sequence.pop. That should get me the last one. Can I say pop with an array list? Java array list, pop. I guess there's no pop function for getting the last one and removing it. I guess not. I could do remove the last one. Your else is on the wrong if. Enum pull request. There's already an enum pull request. Oh, whoops. This is, by the else is in the wrong place. Thank you, chat. So I guess there's no pop for array list, but I can remove the last one by saying sequence.size minus 1. That would remove the last one. And then the move that I actually want, next move is m.reverse. And then I want to say move, next move m. And so index. And so I'm going to say if sequence, as long as sequence is not empty, then do this, right? As long as sequence is not empty, do all the moves in reverse. And then, if it's empty, then say state equals 2. So it'll stop doing this. There's no way this is right. So in theory, what I'm doing is I'm racking up a bunch of random moves, 20 of them. Then I'm doing all those moves in reverse, and then I'm done. Init moves, except I have some error somewhere. I'm missing a curly bracket. So what's wrong here? Oh, I'm missing a curly bracket somewhere. Ooh, look, here. I think that's a missing a curly bracket. Okay. What's the chance this is going to shuffle the cube and then unshuffle it back into place? I would give my probability at like 10%. It's going backwards now, maybe. Oh, it can't be the same index as the current move. Oh, right. The index is wrong. Oh, because I did my ridiculous index thing. What a terrible idea. Oh. So it's always plus. All right. Oh boy. My direction idea is like pointless. All because I'm using a switch statement. All because I'm using the switch statement. If I just had my if statement, is there any way to do an and with a switch statement? Really what I want is I want an if statement. I'm going back to my if statement, by golly. Because then I can get rid of this whole index nonsense. That was the whole point of this. Matteo, we can like fast forward through these little segments. When you do an edited version, even when I'm talking, I think it makes sense to do that. Getting rid of this. This index thing was a bad idea. You don't like it. You don't like it at all. Undoing it. And then where else was I using? Move. Forget this index nonsense. It's such a bad idea. Let me have my if statement, please. Right? If I could just move based on which move and which direction, this will be so much easier. If which. Oh, I could still do it with an if statement inside of the switch statement. Switch which. If the case is up, turn, oh, and this is silly. Just put the direction in there. Look, that's what I should be doing. Put the direction in there. Oh, this makes so much more sense. Case down, turn Y with the direction. Up or down. This could be up. No. 2. Case down is 2 with the direction. Case right. Case right is turn X 2 and the direction. Oh, no, but I have these all flipped. No, this is a bad idea. Because of me wanting to conform to precisely clockwise and counterclockwise. I'm going to use my if statement. I look forward to all of you rewriting this code in a smarter way. Oh, somebody is telling me that I can do a switch statement, but let me just know for sure that this is working correctly. Here we go. I'm going to rewrite this with an if statement now. I'm doing this in total silence because I want this to be fast forwarded in the edited version. So I don't want to say anything important by accident. All is right with the world. Ah, look at that. Isn't this lovely? Look at that beautiful code. Up, up, down, down, right, right, left, left, forward, forward, back, back. Yeah, I think I got that all right. And now, okay. So what's wrong here? So I'm making all the moves, but there's a syntax error here. Where is the syntax error? Somewhere. There's no such thing as m.index anymore. That's good. So I want to move m.which, m.direction. No such thing as index anymore. And then the next move is, I don't even have to make the next, I could just multiply it by -1. See, I don't even have to do this, but let's do this reverse thing anyway. The next move, which, next move, direction. So that should be doing it backwards. I have some error somewhere. Oh, I forgot a semicolon. Okay. Let's see if this does it. All right, I want to actually, hold on, sorry. I need to see some reporting about where I am. So let's just do, oh, but text, is text not going to work? How do I use text and PZCam? I'll just have to print it. So let's print, so I don't need to print out the moves. Let's actually just print line sequence.size. So we should see this count up to 20 and then back down. Shuffled it and solved it. I mean, it didn't actually solve it. It just did it backwards. So now I could do like, forget the whole frame count thing. Just do it every frame and do like 100 moves. This is fun to watch. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then I can still spin around it while it's doing it. And then boom, it's solved. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, that's exciting. All right, remember how I said I was going to animate it? The whole point of this video is to animate it. So how am I ever possibly going to do that? So first thing first, let's comment out this whole shuffling it thing. So actually let's put that in a function. I'll call that function shuffle. So I have that code, shuffle unshuffle. Okay. So shuffle unshuffle, that's what that function is doing. Now, on the one hand, animating it is really easy. Let's say I just want to animate one face. Well, basically, like, what if I want to animate the front face? The front face is the Z, and when the front face is every cube when Z is equal to 2. So I could say if K, in this case, K is equals 2, rotate by some angle, push, and then, well, this is a little bit silly, but I'll do this anyway. Pop, and then otherwise, show it anyway without that. So I think this would be, and then if I have an angle, some angle, if I increment angle by some amount, and I have to say rotate Z, what's wrong here? Push, pop, K equals 2, push, rotate, show, pop, otherwise show. That's what I meant. Too many if statements. Right, there we go. So on the one hand, it's as easy as this, right? This is me spinning one of the sides. You can see how it's colored. The other colors are still there, okay? So on the one hand, it's as easy as that. So what I need to do is, let's say, basically what I need to do is whenever I trigger a move, the move is associated with a given I, J, and K. Oh boy, this is tricky. Thinking about this. That's front, right? So let's say I only want, let's only do the move for front. So what I think is that this angle variable, I think I can use this move class. No. Yeah, because I'm about to do a move. First I need to rotate. Okay. So this angle is going to get reset to 0. And what I want is a Boolean variable called animating. So bear with me. I think I have an idea here. Animating is false. No, when I'm about to do the move, there's a function called start, which animating would then be equal to true. Then there's a function called update, where I would say angle plus equal 0.1. If angle, I only want to go to 90 degrees. If angle is greater than or equal to half pi, and this, by the way, this would be the direction. So this is going to also work for the direction, I think. If angle is greater than or equal half pi, then I want to set the angle back equal to 0 and animating equal to false. And then I want to actually so I want to do this fake animation and then manipulate the data. I mean, this is purely for the purpose of animating it. Fake animation, then manipulate the data. So let's just say that what I want to do is I'm going to start with a move, which is a new move, which is front clockwise. Right? I'm going to make a front clockwise move. And then I'm going to say in setup, move.start. So this will be the current move. We need a variable that's like current move. So I'm going to say move current move.start. So I'm going to say here, if current move.animate, was it animate? Animating. So one thing would be so I could always say current move.update. So I'm always updating the current move. If current move is animating, do all this. Rotate z current move.angle. And I don't need this anymore. So this is now doing it in that move. Okay. If current move start, animating is true, update, angle. It's coming out init moves. I don't want that doing anything with that array. Oh, right, only if it's animate, but it is, yeah. This is really what I want. If current move is animating and only, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm doing it, but that actually makes more sense. Otherwise, show. So, update. This should be if animating. Oh, wait, no. Why? Why? Let's look at current move animating. True, false. Ooh, it was false so quickly. Why was it false that quickly? Oh, there we go. 0.1 was just too much. Great. Okay, so look at this. That was weird. Why is 0.1 too fast? Oh, am I inside the loop where I'm up? No, update. Current move animating, rotate by the angle. This should still be once per frame. Wait, what's going on here? I'm really stuck here. Why is 0.1 too big of a number? Yeah, I could lerp. Lerp would be actually a nice thing. I like the idea of doing lerp. But I still don't understand why this doesn't work. I guess it was just that fast. Crazy. Like, I guess maybe it's angle initialization. But I set it to 0. Oh. And this should really be up here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. I'm stumped. I shouldn't be live streaming for 3 hours. It seems to start the rotation too late, right? There's a delay when starting up. That's what the issue is. Okay. Anyway. All right. So there's just an issue where it's taking a while to render before, but it's working. The thing is, you'll notice is when it finishes rotating, it puts the angle back to 0. So one thing I could do is I could take this off. Oh, but I'm setting up. One thing you'll notice is it turns animation off and sets the angle back to 0. So even though it moves this stuff, it's not in the right place. So this is why I need another function. I'm going to call it execute, which is actually execute the move. And what that is call this move function. That's the global move function, move with. So now if I do execute here, it would actually animate it and then actually execute moving the data. Let's see if that works. Yeah, see? Okay. So now, the thing that's hard-coded here that's a big problem is this. Like, I need each one of these moves to know which dimension it's operating on. Which dimension it's operating on. And then I need to test for that here, and then, all right, so there's three possible dimensions. So this is only if current move, I think actually, so I could do this, which is up. So up goes with k equals 2. So there's 3 axes here. So now I'm going to do the same thing. It could be down. Down would be if k equals 0. Again, there's a better way to do this. It's really up or down. I'm thinking about this. The stream is long and frustrating. More hard coding, I know. I feel like I'm so close to finishing this, that's why I kind of want to keep going. I'm thinking about this. The move could have the move would make sense to have the number 2 in it, 0 or 2. The question is, how do I have the axis? Okay, I've got it. I think I've got it. This could have an I, a J, and a K. Bear with me. And for any given move, we're going to set, so this which thing is actually false. What I really want to do is up is, or front is 002. Back is 000, right? I want to, not 0, but it's so I'm going to use a -1. So what I'm going to do is, so for example, there's redundant information in here, but okay, so every move is going to have associated with it an I, a J, and a K. Quaternions. Quaternions is definitely the way. So when I make the move, this move that I'm making is -1, -1, 2. Okay? So what I'm saying is, here, if current move is animating, let's just ask that for a second. Then what I want to know is if current move dot I is not equal to -1 and I is equal to current move dot I. This would be, that would be for moving, and in this case I want to do K. So let's do K. Current move K is not equal to -1 and K equals current move K. Then rotate. I probably should be doing this inside the cube, but whatever. Otherwise, just show it without the rotation. And if it's not animating, just show all of them. There's a lot of redundancy here. I kind of hate this code, but I think I'm getting somewhere. Right? What I'm saying is, if we're animating, check to see if K is the thing to rotate. Otherwise, just show it without rotation. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's not worry about this right now. This would be the same. It's just changing the direction. Okay, so that worked. That rotated it and left it in position. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure if I were to say here, right here, So if current move dot j does not equal -1 and j equals current move j, then do all of this, but for the y-axis. So that should do the y-axis. And then, oh, this is like kind of the worst. And obviously, I want to clean this up to not have all this redundant code, but let's do the x-axis. Okay. So that, I wish it would wait. Let's do current move dot start in mouse pressed. Okay, so now it should do, oh, I clicked the mouse, right? I didn't mean, let's do that again. Let's do that move. Boom, that's clockwise front. Okay, now let's make the current move. The current move should be back, which would be the same but the 0 index. That's right. I haven't accounted for the direction yet. Let's do right. So right would be 2, -1, -1. Yeah. That's right. Yes, this is working. Left is the same but a 0. Boom. Ooh, that's not right. Because left, look at that. It's left is counterclockwise, right? It should be going left clockwise should be going the other way. So left is technically -1 would, well, no, this doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's right. So going counterclockwise is its default way. Oh, I've really botched the whole clockwise, counterclockwise. I think I need to give up on trying to be clockwise and counterclockwise and just have everything go in the direction of the axis. Like I need to forget about real clockwise and counterclockwise. That's going to make everything so much easier. So where are these, if I comment these out, where are they being used? Like what if I just used, I'm just going to use the direction. I'm going to be consistent. So this is going to make life so much easier. This is so silly. I am just going to use the direction. And by the way, now I could just use the index, but let's not worry. So we just need up, down, right, left, forward, backward. Oh, it's so much nicer. Up, down, right, left, forward, backward. So now, the turn functions. The turn functions should just have a direction. And then here should be I'm going to break so much stuff by doing this, but I'm going to like it so much more. And now, okay, then the rotate functions need this to be a direction. It's not working. Oh, where am I? I'm lost. I'm lost. I gotta go. This is part 3. I'm gonna have to come back and do another time. I should have just stuck with part 1 today. Let's go back to what I know sort of works, what I started with. Front. Oh, this should be negative. Okay, front is working. I can keep moving it. Awesome. Can I make it go counterclockwise? Now can I make it go counterclockwise? So let's make a move go the other direction. So it's still going to rotate that way, but the pieces, interestingly enough, are not turning correctly. So let's make it go counterclockwise. So what that should be is it should be plus equal 0.05 times the direction. So it should go the negative way. Now there, in this case, it's going the right direction, but it's going to spin forever because if it's greater than half pi or if angle is less than or equal to negative half pi, that should be fine. Or I could have just done the absolute value of angle is greater than half pi. Let's try that. That should work for either direction, right? So this should help me with the negative direction. But why are the pieces, when I do execute, so it is turning the right way, but the pieces are not moving. So execute, move which direction. And so now if I go into that move function, which is front, so I get 2, oh, I've got, oh, how easy. I have all this nonsense here. Oh, this is not bad. Oh, I've made my life so much easier. So much easier. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. Now I can move it that way. There we go. And now I can move it the front face the other way. There's just 1 and -1. There's no counterclockwise, clockwise. Oh, this is so satisfying. Okay, great. So now let's try some of these other moves. Like, so let's go back to all moves. All moves are up is -1, -1, 2. -1, -1, 2. And by the way, the character here is now irrelevant. The character I'm like making irrelevant. It's just for me as like to have that there to remember. Down is -1, -1, 0. And I'm going to fill out the rest of these. Oh, that's up. I was just doing front. That was front. Oops, I'm doing these wrong. I was doing front. Front is this. -1, -1, 2. -1, -1. Back. And then up is y. So that is -1, 2, -1, -1, 2. Down. And then right, left, front, back. Okay, so let's just do current move equals all moves index 0. Let's try these one at a time. Let's init the moves and say current move. Let's try them all. I'm going to try them all one at a time. 0. Whoa. All right, which ones work? Let's see if any of them work. All moves. Front should work. Front, so 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let's try 8, 9, 10, 11. Where did I set that? 8? Okay, that works. 9. 9 works. 10. Pretty sure that's doing it correctly. 10 is working, and 11. 11 is working. Okay. Okay, yes, that's working. Now, how come y is, what is this supposed to be? This one is supposed to be up. So x and z are irrelevant. Up is 2 along the y-axis. And that should be where, and that should be so J so that's actually bottom, but so, oh. Bottom is rotating, oh, it's right, and then the top is moving. The top is changing its values while the bottom is moving. I missed a direction equals 1 somewhere, somebody is telling me. This is so crazy because, oh, it should be up is y. Look at this. Up should be 2. There it is. This is the problem. Up. The top up is 2, down is 0 in just the way that I've done it. So now, but the cubes are rotating and the rotation is happening, and that's actually I have it all out of whack because y is pointing down. So really up should be 0, but it doesn't actually matter. I just need to be consistent. And now the place where I'm not consistent is here. So this should actually be for, oh no, this should actually be for going counterclockwise. So now, there we go. So up is now the bottom, but that's fine. So this works. So I've got, okay, so 0 works. Let's try 1. This should now actually be the top. Oop. Oh no, no, wait, 0 works. I think I have to give up on this and come back to it. Because it's like 2 o'clock now. The top if of the move function as and direction equals 1. Okay. Where's that? Top if of the, oh, sorry, thank you. There we go. Okay. That's what I missed. There we go. I left this direction equals 1 here and everyone's been shouting at it. That's why this move 1 is not working, which is now the bottom, the down, whatever. So all moves, wait, all moves 0. Let's just see. This should work. That's actually that bottom. And then now if I do 1, this should be the top. Oh no, counterclockwise. Yes, yes, yes. That's it, counterclockwise. Great. And then 2 should be the other, should be this. Oh, that's working. Oh my goodness. I think we're there. Now just check them all. 3. Other way. Amazing. 4. Yep, 4 is working. Okay. 5. Other way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 6. 6 is working. 6 is working. 7. This is debugging at its finest. 7 is working. 8. 8 is working. 9, I already tried 10 and 11. 9 works. 10. 10 is working, and then 11. Sorry about the lag, everybody. 11 is working. Okay. All right, everyone. Yes! I have got this now. Here we go. So I'm going to go back to my sequence. And what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to do the sequence in the setup. So let's comment out this shuffle function. It's sort of useful. But what I want to do, is that I want to create the sequence in advance and just play it out. So what I'm going to do is create a certain number of moves. So I'm going to do int total moves. I'm just going to say equals 20. And then I'm going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than total moves, I plus plus. We're going to pick a random move. I'm going to say sequence.add all moves are. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to say for int I is less than, so I'm going to start it, then I'm going to start at the end of the array, total moves minus 1. I goes all the way down to 0, I plus plus. Then I'm going to say move m equals sequence dot get I, and then sequence dot add m dot reverse. So this is me picking 20 moves, putting it into this sequence, and then doing and then adding those moves back in reverse from the last one down to 0. That should work. Okay, now, so that's my sequence. Then current move, and then I need a move index is 0. The current move equals the sequence get move index. So and then I should say current move dot start. So let's just see, this should just do the first move. Oh, I've got some sort of infinite loop. What just happened here? Add, hold on. This must be like some weird infinite loop in here. Okay, that's fine. So I got to there. Total moves is 20. So go up to 20 and add. And then start at 19. Oh, this is minus minus. That has to be minus minus. Okay, no wonder. So I should just see the first move. There we go. That's the first move. Now, so let's call update here. Then I could say if current move is finished, right, then move index plus plus current move equals sequence dot get move index current move start. So this should do the moves one at a time, but I don't have a finished function. So if the move, after it's executed, I can say finished equals true, and then I can just add another Boolean. I mean, I think animating is kind of the same, is the same variable, but let's just use a separate variable just now to be safe. So if I say Boolean finished, and then return finished, and I'm going to say Boolean is finished, just to make that a function. And that should now get me going to the next move. Oh boy. It's doing random moves. Oh, no, that was wrong. Oh, something bad is happening. Something's bad happening. Some of them are correct. What's the chance that even with my mistakes, it'll solve itself? Oh, okay, no. Shoot. Okay, let's look at execute. Where could the mistake be? Maybe my reverse function. No, it was right. It was broken even without, like the moves just don't. Some of the moves don't work. Oh, it's working. Wait. Oh no. Okay. So all of a sudden, there, which move was wrong? So let's do all the moves. So let's change this to whoops. Let's do all moves.length and add all moves I. So I'm going to do all the moves one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so they all move. They all move correctly. But if they're in the different order, oh, I think I know what the problem is. I need to make a copy of the move. If I use the same move more than once, the variables are not necessarily going to be reset correctly. I mean, you'd think it would be, but I think that's not the case. So what I should do is I should say, when I'm calling the moves in the sequence, let's go back to here. I should say add all moves copy. So I should make a function. It's much like reverse, but it's really just making a new move object with all the same stuff. I think maybe because like the finished variable or something. So let's see if that fixes it. So I'm going to add a whole bunch of random moves, but if I'm using the same move twice, let's see if this works now. Oh, no. No. I know it's lagging, everybody. Which move is wrong? Yeah. All right, I'm going to end this live stream since nobody can watch it anyway. Let me... No. I've got to... No, it's not any better.